again, it was very interesting. Is it tougher for men to get old or women to get old? The case could be made in either direction. It was interesting that it seemed to be, and this isn't by far not scientific, but there seemed to be a general consensus that it was tougher for men. My initial instinct was that it was tougher for women. Yeah, women outlive men. That doesn't prove in either direction. I don't know why that's. No, if it was tougher for women to get older, then they would die earlier. That's what I'm hearing in my earphones. But I don't think one has to do anything with the other. I think that women outlive men in large measure because they are healthier. They're configured to live longer. I don't know if it's a psychological issue. Whether it is or not, nevertheless, I did think that, and the callers seemed to be in the other camp, that it was harder for men. I heard once by the way, the phone number is 877-243-7776, 1-8-PRAGER-776. Did you or your spouse, or are you or your spouse experiencing a midlife crisis? I once heard a very apt take on this matter. When a man has an affair with a much younger woman, it is not her youth he is after, it is his youth. That was a very, very good line. When the guy gets a Corvette or Porsche, which, by the way, doesn't mean that he's having a midlife crisis, but it is suggestive. And the reason that we mention that is we think of the driver of a Corvette as a young man. And so he identifies that with his youth, and he wants to reassert that he's young and free and can attract women, because men attract women not by their attractiveness as much as by the attractiveness of their car, meaning the attractiveness of their bank account and their car, but the car as revealing the bank account. Generally speaking, male money is to women what female looks are to men. That's in case you thought that men were too looks-oriented, which to a certain extent is true. The women, you could say, are too money-oriented, which is to a certain extent true. But not seeking the same thing. Women older than 20, and certainly than 25 or 30, aren't primarily looking for really good-looking men. A, because there aren't that many, especially in the heterosexual arena. And B, because that's not what turns women on. Brains, humor, confidence, those are the turn-ons. Much more than the guy is gorgeous. Otherwise, women would all be staring at male models in the newspaper or on the internet, and they tend not to be. So, did you or your spouse have a midlife crisis? As I understand that crisis, it is, as I said earlier, and we'll develop a bit more now while the calls come in. Well, is this where I ended up? I thought that at 50, I would be in the following position in my field. I thought at 50, I would be making the following, earning the following income. And lo and behold, life seems to have zoomed by. You get to 50 very quickly. as anybody who has gotten to 50 can testify to. Well, how did I get to 50 so early? I remember when I was in high school, I was thinking a lot about how old will I be in the year 2000, which loomed so much in the distance. And I said, oh my God, I'll be 51 years old. No, 52 years old. And I thought, oh man, that is so now. And it turned out to have not been that far from now. 1-800-776. I'd like to tell you about a film that my wife got to see and thought the world of it. It is up at Salem. It is called Nefarious. And it's a spiritual thriller from the filmmakers behind God's Not Dead and Unplanned. It's excellent. Well acted, suspenseful, scary in all the right places. You want a good roller coaster ride? Nefarious is a kind of red pill that happens to taste good. Nefarious is the kind of smart, thoughtful filmmaking we want to support and promote. It opens in theaters nationwide starting April 14th. Take a moment to buy your tickets today at whoisnefarious.com.
Here with Key City Capital. We all know that your dollar doesn't go as far as it used to, and that's fine. I want you to know about Key City Capital and how we believe our investments can offset the negative impact of this inflationary market. We offer passive investments in cash-flowing real estate that can help offer a hedge against inflation and stock market volatility. When home prices and interest rates rise like they are now, many families delay home ownership and choose to rent. At the same time, Key City Capital owns thousands of rental units in the United States. This allows us to offer attractive investments that provide cash-flowing income. Let the Key City Capital team grow your wealth and diversify your investment portfolio. Connect with us today at keycitycapital.com/Prager. That's keycitycapital.com/Prager. 817-912-1569. That's 817-912-1569.
Dennis Prager here, and now is the time to sign up for our trip to Israel this fall. Mike Gallagher and I are headed back to Israel this October. Don't miss the Stand with Israel tour with our trusted partner, Inspiration Cruises and Tours. We'll visit amazing places in Israel, sure to profoundly inspire you with every step. Visit StandWithIsraelTour.com, StandWithIsraelTour.com, or 855-565-5519.
What to
tried it. I got a phone through them, and I see absolutely no difference between Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and them same 5G networks. And it is, so it's basically unlimited text, unlimited talk, huge amount of data, $30 a month. Now, $250. And St. Dennis Prager. And it's U.S. based, it's a money back guarantee, U.S. based. Support, which is nice. Now, $250. No contract. St. Dennis Prager. All right, male, female hour. Have you or your spouse experienced or experiencing now a midlife crisis? What is it? Did you get through it? Are you getting through it? And let's go to Lisa in Pennsylvania. Hello, Lisa.
Hi, Dennis. How are you?
Okay, thank you.
Yes. I myself went through, I think, a couple midlife crises.
At what age?
50. I turned 50 and I went crazy. I don't know what happened. I went out, I got 2 tattoos. I bought a firearm. I never saw the gun in my life. I never had a tattoo in my life. I started working out like crazy, lost, I don't know, 60 pounds. I just went crazy.
Well, the loss of 60 pounds sounds like it was a good thing.
Maybe, I don't know. I went from like a size 8 maybe down to a 0. So I was,
No, it's not a good thing.
too skinny.
Yeah, that sounds like almost anorexia in an adult. So, were you married at the time?
I was not.
Yeah, that's what I suspected. I wonder if married women, see, this is an interesting, that's why I love doing the show, because you force me to think this through. I think that married men are more likely to have a midlife crisis, including even if they're happily married. But I wonder if a happily married woman is likely to have a midlife crisis. So you woke up at 50, and you said, in effect, to yourself, what's going on with my life?
I think so. I've had friends that suggested maybe it was like menopause, like maybe like a hormone problem. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know.
How old are you now?
Now I'm going to be 57 in a few weeks, and I just in about a month, and I think I just kind of talked after a while. I did my crazy things.
Where, if I may ask, where are the tattoos? How visible are they?
On my shoulders. I didn't go that crazy. I wanted to be able to hide them. Just on each shoulder.
So I'm curious, it's not entirely the issue, but I am curious. Are you, right now, how do you feel about the tattoos?
I guess I don't mind them because they're not, they're not really out. They don't really show.
Right.
I don't really wear clothes.
Okay, but if you could wave a magic wand and they disappeared, would you wave the wand or keep them?
You know what? I think I would keep them, and I appreciate what happened to me because it was empowering. What I did empowered me, like shooting a gun for the first time in my life empowered me. I ended up leaving a job that I had for 27 years that I hated, and I'm doing something totally different, and it enabled me to, I think, grow as a person. I think it was bad. It felt like a bad time at the time, but I think ultimately, now that I'm on the other side of it,
Were you ever married?
yes.
Did you have children?
Yes, I have two wonderful grown children.
How did they react to your midlife crisis?
Well, let me just say, they live with me. My son lived in Tampa at the time, and my daughter lives
season.